How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am feeling better. Um, I'm kind of getting out of the fever mood, so I'm better. So besides all this thing of fever and so on, the coughing sometimes I've been speaking today with some people and they told me that maybe it could be some spores. I don't know if you say it like that in English, like this fungus that are in the air and humid places, um, that sometimes people had these problems with breathing when they come to pyramids or tombs or places like that, and I am going every day. So basically, it can also be that. So I will let you know when I exactly know if it's because of that, and I will see what I'm supposed to take. So the topic for today is related with magic, and I think there is a lot of things to speak about it, to talk about magic. But I will try to to make a summary because I wrote too many things today in the blog. So whoever wants to check it, you have everything in the blog. So first of all, try to understand what is magic um, for our current society from the point of view of atheistic, the people that doesn't believe in anything. Basically, for the society that is more scientific, magic would be the mind tricks like illusions. The illusions are very tricky for our mind because the mind basically is divided in different informations, like very organized. So when someone comes and switch them and mix those folders of information that we have inside, the brain doesn't have the perception, the previous idea of what it is happening, what's happening. So that's why we have illusions. So it's very easy to make the mind believe in things because of that. So basically, we call them like tricks of illusion. So the first thing that comes to us when we think about magic, tricks of illusion. So in the other hand, we can relate magic with all these people that all the stories of the magicians and the witches and to make appear things and like Harry Potter and so on. Okay, that's the other kind of magic. So in ancient times, what we call magic was not about to make appear things and to do all the Harry Potter things, but it was about alchemia. And alchemia comes from the Arab word that means the chemistry. So chemistry, physics, was the way in which these people, the magicians, used to work with. They use science. So for the point of view of the ancestrals, magic would be unexplained science. So it's all the science that people had no idea that existed. So they call it magic. But the concept of magic and magician comes from way before that, and it is in the Indo-European languages where they would say marouche. Marouche means that one that is capable to do something. So basically, basically in those times, we would say that these people were the capable to do many things that others could not understand. They they knew how to handle the reality, how to handle science, music, philosophy, many things. So they were capable to do a lot of things. So that's what in the Indo-European languages we would say marouche, the origin of the word magic and magician. So basically, everything that we relate with magic, not about to do magical things that we cannot understand. Basically, to make magic is to be capable to do something. So basically, basically this means that everyone is capable of something different. We all can do something that others cannot do. So in such a way, we are all magicians. In such a way, we all have magic within. But we don't know how to activate it. We don't know how to do it. So the way in which you can go and look for that magic is if you go within to look for your tools, the tools that you have within. So basically, how can I look for the tools to understand the magic that I have within? So first of all, we have to understand the first thing that I said about magic. Magic is about the unseen, the things that you cannot see, because the reality, you can see it, okay, you can perceive it, you can watch it. So that's the reality, okay, that's the thing. So if I put here a pencil, the simple mind will say, this is a pencil. What is this? A pencil. Okay, but a magician would say that this is a pencil. This is a tree that transforms itself and a rock that transforms itself. So inside pencil, I have the information of a forest and the information of a mountain. Okay, this is much more than just a pencil. It has a lot of information within. So the magician is the one able to see beyond the shapes, and to do that you need imagination, and the imagination is within. You have to go to the darkness within, to close your eyes and to picture all the ideas that you have here. So we have to go to the very beginning of our humanity to understand why the imagination is the key to understand beyond the matter. And basically, it's because when you open your eyes and you see around, you see the created. You see the things that are created, that already are there. So if all the created things are there outside when I look at them, so where is the creator? The only way I can find the creator is by closing my eyes and watching the unseen. This is why from the very beginning of humanity and all religions after that, when they were sitting in front of a fire and they would start to think about where's the creator, they recognized that the only way someone can create is from the ideas, from the mind. So imagination is a way is the place where you can create. Then you open your eyes and you manifest the created outside. So this is the beginning of the idea that the universe, the creator, is mind, is imagination. And from this comes another idea, that if the world that I can see, which is because of the light of the sun, is out there, So the creator is within in the imagination. This means that the creator lives in the darkness, because I can only connect with darkness when I close my eyes and I go deep within myself. So the creator must be at night, in the dark, the unseen. So this is how they started to understand that the creator is in the moon. The creator is in the Milky Way, in the stars. So under the stars and under the moon, you can be connected with imagination, with the divine. During the night, during the fires. So they created these fires and they dance around and they celebrate on the stars and the moon the connection of the creator. So when they realized that during the night they was able to connect with the divine, so they also recognized that during the day the creation itself was useful for the daily things. So during the daily things, you have the 4 elements example. So the fire was used for the blacksmith to create tools. The water was used to clean, also to water the plants. The earth was used to put the plants to harvest, to sow, and the air was there being breathed. Okay, so you were feeling the air was around everywhere. So during the night, the 4 elements stopped being useful for the creation and became the body of the divine, because you cannot see them, but you start to feel them. So the water becomes the way in which you can create the medicine in the ceremony. The fire becomes the light of the spirit. The air is the voice of is the wind, the voices of the trees. And the ground, the earth, is the womb of the mother. So during the night, the 4 elements awaked its potential, its divine potential. This projected idea that during the night, the 4 elements, the body of the goddess, the god, the creator, transforming and creating the beauty of the day, creation itself. Okay? So this is how, in the same way, women and men, they were magicians. And they started to talk with the 4 elements, to try to listen to them, to understand them, so they could take the divine from them and be able to create, to manifest from their divinity. So they could have tools and things for the daily life. So what the magicians used to do with their students was to teach them how to become the elements, how to become the elements of the nature, to take the divine of those elements of the nature. and from there they could connect with the divine. So with imagination, with the mind, they were able to create, to manifest realities. So there is another thing that happened. In the night, there was not only the four elements, there were also all these creatures that were trying to kill us, to eat us, like bears, wolves. They were trying to hunt us. So they were bad for humans. But remember this. If during the day the fire was useful to create tools, and during the night the spirit of the fire awaked and it was alive, like someone alive. So during the day, the bear, the wolf, would be an animal, but during the night they will be demons. They would awake their inner divinity. Okay? So also humans during the day they were normal people, and during the night they became magicians. So during thousands and thousands of years, humans have been given to the nature the power of divine during the night. So some of them are benevolent and other ones are maleficent. So in the last thousands of years, the period of history that we call the Holocene, during the appearance of humans and the creation of humans as we know today, the image of demons were created in the fourth dimension. Before humans, there is no demons in the fourth dimension as we feel now. So during all this period of time, what we have done was to shape those beings from our point of view, from our perspective. So with imagination, we designed in the fourth dimension these creatures that we call demons. But before, it didn't exist. So all this history, what we have done was to create the idea of evil from beings in nature that they were just normal. They were the spirits of a rose, the spirit of a tree, the spirit of an animal. They were not good or bad, but we divided in our brain in good and bad according to how they affected us in our life. So basically, all the things that exist in the reality has a spirit. So it has a divine energy. So there is a tree during the day there is a tree, but during the night the tree has a spirit. And it's during the night when the magician is able to talk with the tree. And that's how we created all these magical stories. Because they were able to speak with the spirit of the trees. Magicians are the ones with the ability, the capacity to feel beyond the shapes. Remember, this is related with night because it's not about to see things is about to close your eyes, go within, and feel things. So now we have this idea. Let's try to go and understand how a magician becomes a magician. So the magicians could understand that in order to speak with the creators, we had to go to the night, to the shadows, because otherwise we are speaking with the created, but not the creators. So to speak with the spirit of the creators, we have to go within during the night. Okay. So one of the main things that the magicians has to do was to go into the darkness, going through the fear, transcending the fear, not to understanding that there's nothing to be afraid of. So you have to show yourself that you were not afraid of the spirits of the night, so you can speak with them. So which spirit is the first one that you have to speak with in order to be able to speak with the other spirits in the forest, in the reality? So the only way you can speak with the nature and the spirits that are around you is if you go within, towards your own self. The spirit of your own self is the first one you have to talk to. So in order to reach that spirit, you must face your own darkness, your own fears, your own shadows, your own demons, all those that you kept inside your body, hidden. And there you can go through all of them and face your spirit. And once you accomplish to speak with your spirit, to be with your spirit, then you can start to listen to the spirit of nature, everyone around you. So this is why once I face the darkness that I have inside, I am able to transform myself. So this will tell you that also, if you get to the darkness and you know how to handle the darkness, you will be able also to transform the reality around everything, because they are the creators. So darkness is the spirit that creates nature. So if I want to change nature, whom I am supposed to be framed with? Darkness. Darkness is the only one that creates nature. This is why magicians used to do these ceremonies and magic, like many things, with the darkness, so they could transform the reality. So let's go to the beginning to understand why demons are bad and why I have to protect myself from demons. So first of all, we have to understand that in nature there's nothing evil. In nature, everything is doing what they are supposed to do. So there's nothing evil in nature. They're just working. That's it. Surviving. That's it. But remember that I forgot. But remember that the ones that create are the spirits of nature, and the spirits of nature are connected to the mind, to other dimension, not the real one, not this one. So whatever you feel, whatever you with your mind, you will be projecting it into the fourth dimension, which is more subtle. And it's so subtle, the fourth dimension, that everything that you think, that you create in your mind, it's molded in the spiritual world of the fourth dimension. So to understand how these demons appears, remember, there's no evil in nature. They are doing their own things. So basically, during the Holocene, in the last 12,000 years approximately, the humans have been designing this reality in a huge polarity, like dividing everything in good and bad. Okay, so this creates a polarity in our reality that makes us believe that we are the good ones, so therefore there are bad ones. So what we have been doing through thousands of years was to design in the fourth dimension a lot of beings that are occupying the place of that polarity. If we think we are the good ones, so they should be the bad ones. Okay, so this is why we have created through thousands of years these beings, these creatures in the fourth dimension. So so all the demons, all these creatures, they were not bad by nature. We created them as the bad ones. But before all this happened, basically they were just beings creating things. We used to call the dark ones the creators of nature, the creators of reality. This is why also Lucifer, for example, that name comes from the Latin word lucus fermosus, that means the brighter light, the most beautiful light ever. That's his name. So basically, is the light that allowed the universe to create beauty. That's what it means. It's the light that allows to create beauty. So all the things that we have today, they are like a chaos, okay, of information that that is not how it was before. It's not how we had before. So just to try to understand this, the reason why we have this idea of the evil being the Lucifer and all these demons and so on, and they trying to hurt us, this conflict began because of religion trying to control the power of people. Remember that the power that you have within, by closing your eyes in your darkness, is the power that allows you to be the creator of your own reality. So if you become your creator, you are free. Easy. So you start to be free. So basically religions don't want for you to be free. So this is why they need an enemy that is in the darkness, where you will find the tools to be free. Okay? So they started to create all this, but it's not because of religion. It was religions were born just because a lot of people were so irresponsible that they had not will to face their own darkness. So they rather to have a God in the outside to take care of all their problems. Okay, so it's not about someone trying to control us. It's about us being so irresponsible that we gave the powers to others so they can decide about if we are doing good or bad. It's just that. Okay, so the thing is, that when we start to do this, when we start to in our civilization, we started to create this concept of the evil. Basically what the religion was trying to do was to take the power from themselves, the power from the darkness. So through all the history, basically they were saying, if you go to the darkness, you will have you will go to hell. Okay, basically the magicians were the ones able to control the darkness because they were the spirits of creation. So basically the magicians knew how to handle the darkness to be free and to manifest, to create. Yeah. So by religion, they said, no, that's bad. You have to follow one God, and that one God have to protect you, will protect you from the darkness. And don't go to the darkness, because otherwise you will go to hell. So everyone was so afraid of going to the darkness that they would even hide all the darkness inside, and not understanding the possibility that you have to create yourself if you go inside to your darkness. So they started to live in separation, and by law of polarity, they created an enemy outside in the darkness. So we started to create them as our enemies, the evil ones. But the evil ones never existed, really. It's only a projection from the last 10,000 years from a group of people that were afraid of night. And that's it. I'm sorry that I laugh about this, but it's just that even for today, the people in in the path of spirituality, a lot of people still are coming to this planet to fight against the darkness and some evil enemy, and and we believe we are warriors of light and so on. And yeah, of course you can do it because now it's a reality, but it's all just a perception that was born 10,000 years ago, but by just being afraid of a tree during the night. So it's important to talk about all this, because during this whole month we will face darkness, and the last thing I want you to believe is that we are trying to connect with the evil. Okay? No, because the evil doesn't exist really if you take the power of the evil. If you are just creating the evil because you believe it exists. But when you take the power to it and you say, oh, the darkness is my creator, also with the light and darkness, they create myself. So basically, they're both my creators in different dimensions. So when I recognize that, darkness is not against me. They will be only against me because if I create the idea that they are against me, they will be. Just easy like that. So all of us who have been fighting against the darkness, we've been fighting against them because we created the idea that they are the enemies. So when you take away this idea, they are not fighting anymore because they are only projecting the idea that you have. So this is why the magicians, they were using darkness to create. That's why they were able to manifest. So if we are here working for the consciousness, for a new society, a new humanity, one of the main things that we have to understand is that the image of the devil, the Lucifer, and all these demons were created after the fall of the Roman Empire. In 500 years after Jesus Christ, in the Middle Ages, the people created this idea of the demons. So the kids wouldn't leave the villages to the forests because someone can rape them. It was an idea to protect the population. it was an idea to create balance, between to create balance between the people of Europe in the Middle Ages. So it's all stories. Basically, they are stories. Yeah. So so also remember, in the fourth dimension, we have the spirits of the nature. So when we say, but how can we explain the possessions that people are living and so on, all these demons? So these things is basically easy to explain with a rat. For example, you have a rat in your house, yeah, and the rat usually steals food. Okay, so the rat comes, steals food, and leave. Okay, and in the fourth dimension, you have the spirit of the rat that is stealing energy from your house. The same thing. Okay, so if I, instead of killing the rat, I always give something to eat the rat, but in the garden outside my house. The rat will go eat that as an offer, and the rat will leave. So in the fourth dimension, if I leave also something energetical, so the rat also in the fourth dimension will take that and leave. But if I say the rat is my enemy, I am trying to kill the rat, and I'm trying to follow the rat and trying to kill it, so the rat will become also my enemy. And in the fourth dimension, that rat will also become my enemy. So basically, it's about what is the size of the rat. Yeah, so there are rats like this and rat very big. So basically, that's the comparison of why there are very big rats that can come and try to eat your energy. But it's just nature in the fourth dimension. So basically, talking about offers, talking about what it is to make an offering. A lot of us has this idea that offering is something bad, or you're selling your soul or whatever. But offering is like preparing a meal for a friend. Offering is to, as I was explaining right now, in a very not very romantic way. Imagine that you have something that you don't use, but that thing that you don't use will be very useful for other ones. Okay, so for example, your own shit. Okay? You have your own shit that you don't use, that is not good for you, and so you have a lot of flowers, plants outside, so you give that shit to the plants, and for the shit for the plants, your own poo will be very, very good. Okay, it's like an offer. It's everything for a plant. Okay, so so then the flowers will give you smell, the flowers will give you fruits, whatever. Okay, so in nature, exchanging by offering is natural. We have put a concept of offering to something that is religious or whatever. Okay, so but it's not like that. Okay, it's basically about sharing. It's basically about knowing that something, and by that you will receive something. So as I said, is basically offering and working with the darkness is basically to share energy, to share information. Is like nature itself. When you give something that the plants need, the plants will give you fruit. So you're exchanging energy. And if the dark ones were the ones creating the reality, so you are exchanging also, and they give you results. It's exactly the same, but it's our culture has thought that that created this idea that the evil uh, are trying to kill us, when basically the dark ones are the creators. They need energy to create, to manifest. So we work together. If you are able sometime to go to the fourth to the fifth dimension, you see uh, you will see that dark and light, they are working constantly together. They are constantly working. They are a team of creation. And we in the third dimension as humans, we are the only ones that usually separate everything, and we don't understand how it works together. Uh, it's like the easy way to understand this is to picture that humans usually believe we are the heart. This is the heart. This is the heart. We are the heart, enlightened heart, whatever. And you may think that the intestines are horrible. They are the dirty ones. The intestines very dark. All the shit is there. So no, we only the heart. So we don't want anything with the intestines. But what a surprise heart when the heart recognized that the blood that goes through it is created by the intestines. The intestines are the only one that are the organs absorbing the nutrients and creating the blood, creating all the things that we need. So without the intestines, heart cannot work. Okay, so that's it. That's easy. This is how it works. You can get rid of the intestines, otherwise you die because you don't have blood. That's the explanation of how we think we are from the heart in the light, and the intestines are the good, the bad ones, because they are in the dark, and basically they create the blood that we have. So so just to close the idea, and of course I think this is very important to be spoken. So so I spoke too much, sorry, but anyway, this is free, so I do whatever I want. I feel free. Let's close the idea. So the idea would be that we have to start by being responsible of our own creation. Everything that exists is created by us, so we have to be responsible of our own reality, our own creation. And to be a magician is to use your inner tools, your inner power, in order to create that reality. But you can only achieve that by being responsible and to recognizing that you are the only one that can create, not giving the power that you have within to someone outside, even evil or good. So, as I said, we don't belong to anyone. We don't belong to God. We don't belong to the darkness. We are creators and the created. We are the divine. ourselves. So we are the only ones capable to transform the ways in which we connect with that reality. Everything in the universe is connected by symbiosis, and symbiosis is to interact, to share. So if we don't share with the others, we are not going to be able to manifest our potential. We are a unique organism, and each one is working in a different way, but each way is the one that creates everything. Because we are one, and that's it. You cannot take anyone out of the system. We are one. So, just to remind you, if we are still in the fight thinking that there is someone good and someone bad, we are not going to transform anything. We are going to be constantly in the same circle, same process. So remember that everything that you see and think is created by vibration in the universe. So if you think and talk about enemies, all you're going to create for your life will be enemies. And this is the most important say for a magician. What I think and what I say is what I create, which you may know in ancient language the sentence as abracadabra. Vibration for today is ni. The statement for today is I am heart's expansion. The quote for today is impermanence. This law reminds us that the only eternal thing is transformation. Nothing ever stays still. Everything is in constant change. Even the void changes its perspective of the whole in relation with its modifications. For that, we can't live our lives based on the idea of eternity, but in the constant awareness of inevitable transformation. And thus, we will never suffer crisis, for crises are for those who search permanence and can't adapt to changes. We sit comfortable. I begin to move my shoulders in circles. I relax the weight of the body, focus only in my breathing. As I breathe deep and deeper, I perceive the light around my body, going to my skin, penetrating inside to my bones, muscles, organs. Allowing me to feel how I shine from within and outside. I recognize myself as the light of the I am, of the higher self that goes down towards my physical body. I descend through my crown, third eye, throat, heart, plexus, sacrum, root, knees, and ankles. I am the spirit living the matter, and I manifest my intention. I desire to leave the magic. I desire to leave magic. I descend from my feet to the ground, roots and stones, the rocks, going out from the crust of the world, heading towards the nucleus through the magma, feeling its heat and pressure. Faster and faster, until you reach the core, made of iron, the heart in darkness of earth. I feel the pressure of the earth on my body. I feel the pressure of the magma and its fire. I feel the pressure of the oceans. I feel the pressure of the atmosphere. So I perceive the strength of earth, of fire, water, and air. I can feel the pressure and how I become the four elements. I feel how I become the four elements. I am earth. I am fire. I am water. I am air. And all of them pulse from the center, from the heart. I am the expansion of the heart. I am the expansion of the heart. I am the expansion of the heart. The earth. I am the fire. I am water. I am air. And I am the alchemist. May you be one. For we are one. I'm glad to see your eyes. I'm glad to hear your voices. It's funny, isn't it? How you have come so far as a humanity. living in an illusion. You live inside an illusion. Your own illusion. Your own magic. And you are the only one capable to release the trick. You are the magician, living its own magic. Get out of your illusion. Wake up from your dream. And the only way to wake up from them is your imagination. Imagine then you are me. This is your dream. And it's only you, the only one able to wake up. All your life is an illusion. So let's play. Let's play, my fellows. Let's play. Let there be magic. Magic doesn't exist. Life is magic. We ain't away. Take a deep breath. As you breathe, start to stretch and caress your body, becoming aware that you are made of the four elements. Thank you everyone for being there. So remember to drink a lot of water and rest a lot, and try to be aware of your dreams. Write down your dreams. So thank you for the people that are translating, and if you can write down in the comments of this video. So thank you, so others can understand what he said. See you at the same time. Bye.